Hey, it's your friend Mel, and even though it's 11 o'clock at night, I wanted to hop on because if life feels like it's knocking you down, I want to teach you something right now that's going to help you knock right back. It's a simple attitude switch. I call it a high five attitude, and you're going to love it the next time you feel like you just can't catch a break. So here's what happened. As you know, I am launching my first hardcover book in nearly 5 years. And I just found out that the big box retailers have passed on carrying our hardcover right now. Get this, you want to know why? I mean, this is kind of funny. They have passed, these big box retailers, on carrying the high five habit. Because this is actually kind of funny because I'm not a known author. No joke. Okay. So here I am launching a project that is deeply personal. I can't wait for you to get your hands on this book, The High Five Habit. I have got everything invested in this. I have put my blood, sweat, and tears into this book. It's the first time I have published a book in 5 years. And I want you to keep something in mind. Number one, I have sold more than 2 million copies of the 5-second rule. I have created 5 number one audiobooks on Audible. The 5-second rule was the number one audiobook of all audiobooks in 2017, and it was the 6th most read book on Amazon in the year 2017. I'm coming out with my first book, and even me, somebody with that level of success, feels like I'm getting punched in the face. Now, here's why I want to talk to you about this. Because I think we're in this incredible moment in life where everything's pivoting. That all of the stuff that you used to count on is changing. Let's just even think about where we're at right now. Are we wearing masks? Are we not wearing masks? I just found out that this massive event that I'm going to, that I'm speaking at with 18,000 people, everybody has masks on. Now I'm not sure if we're going to do meet and greet, which kind of blows, but we'll see. But one of the things that I wanted to teach you tonight is this attitude that I have. So I have cultivated what I call a high five attitude. And what that is it's the ability to catch yourself when you go mentally low. You know what it feels like when you go mentally low. You start to get negative. You start to feel discouraged. You start to get angry. You feel frustrated. You feel hopeless. You feel alone. You feel like life is out to get you. It can be triggered when you feel jealous, when you feel insecure, when you start people pleasing, when you feel like you've worked hard and you're not getting rewarded for it. You can feel mentally low when somebody stabs you in the back, when somebody ignores you, when you don't get invited. There's like a bazillion ways that life can make you or trigger you to go mentally low, right? So I'm human. When I find out that these big box retailers are not going to carry my book, I of course feel rejected. I have this story that I'm like the bad news bears. I'm rolling in without the nice equipment, without the right friend group. Well, I have amazing friends. That's not a trash of my friends, but I've got this stupid story that I'm always on the outside looking in. Do you guys ever feel that way? That you're never just quite walking through the front door anywhere? That you got to sneak in the back? That you got to make sure that somehow you get people to pay attention, that you don't quite belong. Well, I have that story too. It's dumb, I know, whatever, but it's my story. So when something like this happens, I can take it personally. And I started to go literally down. Like, woe is me. Oh my God, all this work. No one's going to read the book. This is going to be a huge failure. Why is it always so hard? Why is it that, I get rejected? I think I shared with you guys that I had, a couple weeks ago, I had sent all of these videos to all of these big name, celebrity podcasts that I really admire. I've been fans of for years. I poured my heart into these pitches. Crickets. So when I hear crickets from podcast hosts, that are the big celebrities, And then I get passed on from the big box retailer. Like you, I'm like, yikes, what did I do? Aren't I working hard? Why am I not getting the recognition? So here's what I want to tell you. Number one, this moment is preparing you. This moment is preparing you for something that's coming, period. And what I think that this moment is preparing me for, and this is what I want to teach you. I want to teach you something really important in life, particularly in moments when things are pivoting. This moment is preparing me for something amazing that's coming, because I always am successful when I do things my way. I'm always successful when I take the road less traveled. I'm always successful when I find the courage to ignore where everybody else is headed and do something and do things in the way that really calls to me. And that's right. Rejection is redirection. It's true. Whatever you're facing in your life right now, whether it is rejection from a person or rejection of your business plan or rejection of the skincare or the supplement line or the whatever you're trying to sell, or rejection of you telling a good friend of yours that you're actually interested in them romantically, and then you get that awkward silence that there's not. Whatever rejection you're facing, it is a redirection. And you have to hold on to the faith, the hope, the confidence, the courage, and the optimism in knowing that every time that life doesn't give you what you thought you wanted, you always end up somewhere better. Period. You know, you have a choice right now. You have a choice to decide how you're going to think about what comes next. And that's where your power is, truly. And so what I've basically said to myself is, this is a blessing. This is a blessing because this is not about mass market for you, Mel. It's about impact with individual people. Stay focused on that. Stay focused. Like you could never buy any of my books at the big box retailers. So why the hell am I worried about it? Right. You know? And the other thing is I feel like I want to tell you something else about gatekeepers. So I think gatekeepers are only relevant if you want to get a corporate job, or if you want to go with traditional media, or you want to do things the traditional way. This world is in a major pivot right now. Major pivot. Work is never going to be the same. Technology is advancing at such a rapid pace. Now is an incredible moment to pivot the way that you think. And the only gatekeeper that matters in your life is not the gatekeeper at some job that you want, or the gatekeeper at some TV station or some magazine or some other mass media or some retailer or some traditional retail. The gatekeeper moving forward is the gatekeeper in your mind, period. And what I know is that this world is full of limitless possibilities, limitless, as long as you stay open to those possibilities. That when somebody does reject you or says no or ignores you or passes or reject, like whatever it is, you don't get what you wanted. You have to look at that as a blessing, and you have to look at that as a sign that something else is coming. And it's even better than you could possibly imagine. Period. Okay? So I'm sharing this with you in real time. I just got the news from my agent. That's why I'm a little flush, because I was a little upset, felt definitely rejected. Like, Jesus, like at first I get fired from my TV show. Now I can't get a big box retailer to carry my book. I guess I'm still going to do things my way. You know what? Every time I do things my way, it's wildly successful. And every time you do your things your way, you're going to be wildly successful. It takes courage to be yourself. But I'm telling you, putting your spin on things, staying focused on the impact that you want to make, taking everything that happens as just more data and more evidence and more signs and signals that are always pointing you in what's meant for you, that is how you face the ups and downs of life with a high five attitude. Yeah, feel the sting. Because if you don't feel the sting, you're an asshole, or you're numb, or you're narcissistic and you can't feel anything. Seriously, feel the sting of disappointment. And then let those moments when it feels like life is knocking you down, let those moments allow you to regather your strength. Take time to remind yourself of what actually matters to you. And what matters to me is making an impact in your life. And so if this this moment where I'm being passed on, is what spurred me on to jump on a live stream at 11:15 in the morning and talk to you, and there's something about this live stream that actually is of value to you, then that's an incredible reason to get passed on by a retail store, period, full stop, because that's exactly what I want to do. I want to make a difference in your life. And I want to make a difference in your life by, okay, my hair is driving me crazy. I don't know. Let me go like this for just a second, because literally I was about to go to bed. I saw this email. I'm like, motherfucker, I can't believe it. And then I thought, you know what? Whatever. This is how it rolls for me. I work hard. I have lots of results, and I don't get the attention of the more kind of traditional markets. And that's okay. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm so glad that so many of you are saying that this is making a difference for you and that you need to hear this, because I think you can't go through a day in your life without having some little rejection or some little slight or some little knockdown. And when life knocks you down, you got to dig deep and knock back. And the way that you knock back is not by being an asshole. The way that you knock back is by doubling down on goodness inside you and doubling down on the impact that you want to make and embracing every no as something that's actually meant for you. It's saving you a headache. That customer that said no, they were going to be a pain in the ass. That person that just said, I don't want to date, or I'm not in love with you anymore, that was years of heartache you just got saved. So when you anchor down again in hope, in optimism, and in faith, when you locate yourself and your power back in here and you remind yourself of what matters to you and what your values are, you'll be just fine. I'm going to be just fine too. I know I will. And look, if I can sell 2 million books without traditional retail stores with the 5-second rule, I think we're going to do just fine with the high five habit. And I know my sweater, everyone's saying my sweater, oh my God, it is on backwards. I've been wearing my sweater backwards all night. Oh my God. Okay. That's amazing. I've literally had people over and nobody has said anything to me. And you guys are saying that my sweater was on back night. But yes, high five attitude. Notice when you go mentally low and then flip it. Life is the greatest school you'll ever attend, and everything's a lesson. And when you trust that even the negative shit is either saving you from more heartache or saving you from future headaches, even though you wanted something badly, when you trust in that, you move through these kind of knockdown moments pretty quickly, and you emerge with the strength to knock the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? And let me think, what else did I want to tell you? I think that's it. I'm super excited for you to get your hands on this book. For those of you, by the way, that have pre-ordered the High Five Habit, please, 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 please let me high five you back. I've got 3 incredible gifts for you guys. Just go to highfivehabit.com, highfivehabit.com. And when you register your receipt for this book, literally, I've got 3 incredible, incredible, incredible gifts for you. That are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't mean to be gauche like that, but I so appreciate you spending money and spending time reading this book, even though I know that it is going to rock your world. It's going to help you take control right now. It's going to teach you the science of having a high five attitude. I want to give you something. And so immediately I give you an immediate course about starting your mornings off based on science in a way that empowers you and increases your focus. I also am inviting you to a 2.5-hour masterclass that I'm teaching in October. And I also automatically register you in this killer 5-day challenge called the High Five Challenge, which is going to give you all the tools, coaching, and community that you need to break through the self-doubt that's holding you back and take control of whatever area of your life you feel like you want to take control of. Anyway, I love you. Thank you for being here. I will save this live. And I just want to recap it. I got disappointing news tonight. I'm a human being. I found out that even though this book, The High Five Habit, is literally going to be published in 22 languages and counting, even though I'm a best-selling author, even though I have all this success, you guys, I still have people rejecting me left, right, and center as I put this out in the world. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because what matters to me is that your life is impacted. If you hear about this book and somebody tells you about it and you don't buy it, I don't care. If you don't have the money for the book, don't buy it. Because I'm going to be putting out so much content. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Starting when the book is out, I'm going to be going live every day and reading the book to you. So, I always say to everybody, you don't have to buy anything. Seriously. If you want the book, I love you. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for supporting yourself by getting it. But don't buy it if you can't afford it. Don't buy it if you don't want it. I can't wait for you to hear the audiobook. We are going to put a bunch of it up on YouTube because I self-published the audiobook so that we could control the content and give you a bunch of it for free. But I mostly wanted to pop on here because I know that there are lots of times when life knocks you down. And there are lots of times where you're disappointed. And there's lots of times where you wish people would say, yeah, I believe in you. I'm jumping in. I'm supporting you. And most of the time in life, people cross their arms. You're like, well, we'll see. If you're successful, then we'll jump on. You know what I mean? And it's hard. But I want you to know, even somebody like me, I want the challenge. You know what the challenge is? The challenge is free. Go to highfivechallenge.com. highfivechallenge.com. It's powered by Growth Day, so you get access to the #1 personal development app in the world. It's not happening until the first week of October, so you can go to highfivechallenge.com and sign up, but we will not be emailing you for a couple weeks. I appreciate everybody that's saying they ordered the audiobook. I love you for that. Audible is a huge partner of mine, and I really, really, really love reading the book to you. And I also loved writing it. I think you're going to love it if you decide that you're going to buy it. And if you don't, I still love you. It's okay. And thank you, everybody who keeps talking about the fact that you're supporting it. That website, by the way, is highfivehabit.com. And if you have just had a day where you got disappointing news or you felt like life knocked you down, I want you to know I'm right there shoulder to shoulder with you, and I'm picking my ass back up, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm raising my hand in celebration. I'm saying, Mel Robbins, girl, come on, chin up, high five, keep going, because something amazing is coming. And I want you to do the exact same thing. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror every single morning, no matter what's going on. And I want you to remind yourself that no matter what happens, no matter who says yes, no matter who says no. Here, hold on, everybody. I see the wrong website. It's this website. Here we go. highfivehabit.com, the 5. I made it easy to spell since I'm dyslexic. So every single morning, I want you to stand face to face with yourself in the mirror. And no matter what's going on, no matter who says yes, no matter who says no, the most important thing is that you know that you have your own back. That you know that no matter what happens, you can get yourself through it. That you believe in you. That you believe in your attitude, your work ethic, your heart, your impact. I know you needed to hear this message. That's why I decided, despite the fact that Stuart Smiley, exactly. You know, what's interesting about Stuart Smiley, which was a skit on SNL, is that it was a really cheesy skit. But the truth is, think about all the things that go viral, everybody. It's all these kids getting high fives as they go into classrooms. It's mom and dads teaching their youngsters to look in the mirror and go, I love you, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing. And we need to start doing that for ourselves as adults. Instead of looking around outside ourselves, ooh, this is a good one. Here's another learning. Mel, instead of looking outside yourself for validation as an author, based on who carries your book and who doesn't, look inside yourself and high five yourself for the work you're putting out there. Seriously, ironically, that's what this whole fucking book is about. It's about learning how to validate yourself and love yourself and support and encourage yourself. It's about picking yourself back up when somebody says no or life knocks you down. It's really about habits of support and encouragement. And, that's what I'm practicing every day. And that doesn't mean I'm invincible or that I don't sometimes feel the sting of disappointment. But now you know how you handle it. You feel what you need to feel, and then you pick yourself back up, you brush yourself off, you high five yourself just like a runner receives in a race. You put one foot in front of the other, and you keep on fucking going. That's what you do. Anyway, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting this book, for supporting me, for being here, for telling me that my sweater is inside out. And for everybody, all 18,000 of you at Monations, I cannot wait to see you on Thursday. I am bringing the fire. Wait till you see the crazy blazer I have bought and are bringing just for you. And thank you for all the love tonight. And just know that no matter what you're going through, you're not alone. Your friend Mel Robbins is always here, raising her hand in celebration and high five to you. I love you. Thank you again so much for everything. And let's go get them. Mwah.